Yes. What up, world? Fight world. It's the Kid Ego. And we back, man. We back with some more boxing. I had a long day. I'm just trying to say what's up to y'all. We working. I'm in LA right now. We still working. I had a long, productive day. Fighter IQ was good. Oh, this trip ain't nothing. It's only it's a 45-minute flight. I'm just tired from today, but respect from Australia. Shout out to Down Under. I'm just tired. I had a long, productive day, but this is what we do. I am tired. Smash the like button, people. I got to visit the WBC offices. Shout out to the WBC. I told you we working. New media, man. Shout out to the WBC, man. Great people. They gave me, the big boy shirt. Double XL. Like the magazine. Shout out to the WBC. Holding it down. I just ate a burger. It was delicious. Hopefully it didn't have no clenbuterol in my shit. Right? Hey, the clenbuterol. Hey, clenbuterol. That's how they say it down south. Clenbuterol. Yeah, that clenbuterol. That's how they say it in Texas. Texas like that clenbuterol. American beef got no cholesterol. How you know, or clenbuterol, whatever. How you know the beef was from America, man? Why you stereotyping? Oh, I'm tired. Man, I got that butyrol. Hey, I want to show y'all this. Hold on. Look, this is my plane. Ego travels. This is the sky view. And look at Adelaide Bird got Canelo B sample. And I said, good news. Adelaide Bird tested Canelo's B sample, pissed, and said, we good. False alarm. 118 to 110, bitches. She got the B sample right here. Fight still going on. Canelo versus Triple G2. She got the piss in her hand. She about to give it to Juan Manuel Marquez and give it to him so he can drink it. There's no more clenbuterol. Surprise, surprise. Adelaide Bird solved the mystery. Y'all hating. Adelaide Bird, man. She came through with the clenbuterol piss, and there was no clen. Look, this shit is clean. No clen in it. You feel me? You feel me? I'm gonna start talking greasy on these boxing videos, man. I'm on my Mike Tyson shit. I'm talking to you how I want to talk to you. I'm talking to you how I want to talk to you. Let's do a roll call. I didn't forget. Just because I'm out of town, I'm in the hotel. I can yell, I can scream, I can bring chicken in the back and clenbuterol. Hey, all I need is 3.5 minutes, maybe even 4, and some clenbuterol. I'm gonna have chicks in the back room doing something strange for a little piece of change. All right, we got Miami in the building. Come to the city with the heat. Chicago, Springfield, Mass. Parsons Boulevard. Again, men that care what I look like. We're trying to do a roll call. Let's keep going. Seattle, Riverside, Houston, Raleigh, North Carolina, Cali, Toledo and Oakland, Toledo, Detroit, Milwaukee, Albuquerque, San Jose, South LA. I'm in your backyard, LA. I love LA. Dallas, Omaha, Hesperia, Polk County. I think Berto's from Polk. Australia, Detroit, 562 Milwaukee. Man, we worldwide. San Francisco, Yonkers. Hit that like button. Stop being scared. What y'all want to talk about? Man, I'm not trying to brag. Y'all lucky I'm doing this stream because my voice is still messed up. I've been working all day. I really want to go to bed, but I gotta give the boxing fans what they need. You know what I mean? Y'all want to tour my room? Y'all want to see the little sweet joint? Y'all want a room tour? Ego Cribs, MTV Cribs? Or y'all want to just get started? Hurry up. What y'all want to... Y'all want to see how I'm living MTV Cribs? All right, hold on. Let me give y'all the tour. All right, first of all, shout out to the WBC. I went to their office today. Shout out to Trolley. These Trolley gummies. And shout out to Smart Water, even though some of y'all dumb. But, no, I'm just playing, kind of. All right, MTV Cribs. Look, yeah, look. We still mobbing, though. No, I'm not drunk at all. I'm delirious, if anything else. All right, so we got the little 3 seashells, okay. Got the couch joint, hold on. Second lamp. Look, they gave the kid 1 TV. Got a microwave, fridge, little counter space sink, okay. Little bathroom. The only place I pay $5 for water is the movie theaters or Las Vegas. Look, bow. Got a second TV. You know what I mean? Got the little bedroom. Let's get it, man. Oh! Yeah, right. Y'all can't sit on my bed. Let's go, man. Boxing Ego. Join the wave. If you ain't with it, get left. Join the wave. Who doing it like this? Midweek, let's get it, man. So that's a little quick tour. Hold up. I love LA. We working, people. Shout out to Ego from Seattle. Shout out to y'all. All right, let me turn this down. We got some things to talk about, people. We. Hold on. Shout out to Brian Harris. He says, we dude deleted his account, laughing my ass off. Shout out Young Dentals. Hold on. How do you know he deleted his account? You went to it? Or how do you know you had the exact name? No, I'm not gonna do it like that. How you know he deleted his account? We. That dude sucked anyway. Don't come to my listen. if you on YouTube and you loading and you ain't moving, you ain't making no. I make money moves. If you ain't doing it, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me about shit. Oh, Ego's channel sucks. But you live in your mom's basement. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, how you know he deleted his account? We. Broner threatens Thurman. All right, hold on. I turned the music down. Let me get into that. All right, Adrien Broner verified page. Ah, man, you know, I'm on all these niggas' ass. Ain't no more Mr. Nice Guy. Fuck these niggas. Anybody can get it, can, man. I don't know what caused this. I mean, he told you 57 minutes ago. And this is what Broner put. He says, hey, Keith Thurman, I hear you talking shit, bitch ass nigga. This ain't gonna be no fake beef like you and Sean Porter got going on, little Nick. You don't want this smoke, motherfucker. He says, we'll get on your ass, bitch ass Nick. And you can get it. Hold on. Y'all are putting on the chat. I can't read because it's covering the chat. Hold on. He says, and you can get it next after I fuck up Jesse Vargas, pussy. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know why he put any of that. I mean, apparently, according to him, he says, I hear you talking shit, bitch. Ego always struggling reading. And I ain't struggling reading this Google check every month. Italian graffiti kid, so keep spraying on walls. Before I spray on your chick's walls, keep talking that shit. Ego always struggles with reading. Well, I'm reading these checks. That's all I care about. Like you, I'm on my Floyd Mayweather shit. If y'all think I can't read, that's cool. I'm actually, as I'm reading, the chat is covering the words, you dummy. I don't know what Keith Thurman said. I'm just going off of Broner. Okay, now other grown men are claiming that have nothing to do with me or my movement said I paid for that hotel. You guys are really creepy. I paid for that hotel. Actually, someone did pay for my hotel because it's a business. It's a business transaction because I got hired. But you sound creepy because I don't even know who you are. Anyway, I don't know what Keith Thurman said, but all I know is what Broner said, and that's what it is. He says, Keith Thurman, I hear you talking shit, bitch ass. So, once again, like MTV News on my channel, you hear it first. Fellas, can we keep it boxing oriented? Ego put on a cool ass channel. Let's keep it boxing oriented. That's what I'm saying. They're the ones getting distracted. I paid for your hotel. Shut up. What's that on your lip? Yeah, I'm not sure what Keith Thurman said, to be honest. I really don't know. But according to Broner, he said Keith Thurman's talking shit. So that's one thing. Now, let's get into this Deontay Wilder, man. Listen, I am so sick of you haters. It is like almost ridiculous. It's like ridiculous that people are this like petty. You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy. This shit is real life crazy, B. All right, let's talk about it. Wilder-Ortiz challenged WBC champion Deontay Wilder for Sophia, his WBC belt, right? The fight was excellent. I enjoyed it. A lot of you enjoyed it. My video has almost 50,000 views from my live stream immediately after, so clearly people were paying attention to it because that's solid numbers on YouTube for a non-network page, a page that is completely 100% owned by me and independent and not a multi-channel network like some other people. You know what I mean? And that's, I don't care. There's a lot of channels that do have multi-channel networks partners. I don't. No sponsors. I mean, I got people that hire me for stuff, but I don't have like direct sponsors, things like that. I don't have a multi-channel network. If that's what people do, that's what they do. But me, I'm just telling you, we from the ground up. And the fight was good. It was delivered everything boxing fans should want. Lucky boy hating. He says Wilder looks like a novice. You fight him. I mean, everybody got something to say, but you fight him. Let's see that. Let's see you fight him. If you could do better than Wilder-Ortiz, who's a Cuban, like amateur standout, right? I'm not a boxer. Well, then why do the people who are I'm not a boxer and have no type of movement where like me or anything or a trainer or anything always end up talking the most shit and talking the craziest? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to comment you have to absolutely be a boxer, but I just noticed, oh, I am not a boxer. You know what I'm saying? The people who talk the most shit and talk the craziest are the ones that have the most to say, and it's all negative. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all that, listen, you guys can hate all you want. Was the fight boring, as Abel Sanchez suggested, comes from black fighters? No. Was it a good fight? Yes. Was it a meaningful fight? Yes. Was it a dangerous fight? Yes. Did both guys show what they bring to the table? Yes. Did it do good ratings on Showtime? Yes. Man, look at the. I'm so glad New Media is here and Ego Army's here, so you guys can see haters. Look at Vernell. Ortiz really isn't that good. Like, you don't know shit about boxing. You're not even, listen, I would put you in the hot seat, but you're not even worth one of my hot seats because you're literally hating. You're just a hater. If Luis Ortiz wasn't that good, then why did no one else want to fight him? Anybody of relevance, any champions. You know what I mean? So the great thing about, the thing I'm loving about New Media in my channel is it makes it very easy to see who's hating and who's going to the grain, against the grain, who's trolling, who's looking for attention. And that's basically it. Because if you're just going to say Ortiz just ain't that good and he was getting off for several rounds and he looks sharp, it's like you dudes is dead in the water. Like, you guys look terrible. You look terrible, but you continue. You continue to try with the lies. You continue to try to prove points that nobody believes. You know what I mean? Oh, but Luis Ortiz is 118 years old. Like, nobody believes you. He wasn't fighting like he was 118 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, the great thing about New Media, my channel, Ego's Army, is we're standing up for something real in boxing, and we've already made the people saying stupid shit like that look dumb, and you look like you're reaching. Oh, Luis Ortiz sucked. Okay. That's why nobody wanted to fight him. Okay. Oh, he's a gazillion years old. Okay. That's fine. Whatever. He's a million years old. Any more excuses? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the excuses, man. Like, it's not, like I said, this dude's not even worth being in the hot seat. Literally not even worth being in the hot seat, because there's no way. So I'm just going to let him sit there in his own filth saying stupid shit. And if he keeps saying stupid shit, then he'll just get blocked for disrupting the stream. Anyway, it was a good fight. Like, Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, what they put up, their performance, they made it to the point where there's not much you could say. You know what I mean? There's not much you could say. Like, if you say the fight sucked and it was boring, you're literally talking to a tree, bro. No, but you're literally in the minority, because I was just at the WBC office and we were talking about the fight, and everybody in there was saying it was a good fight and it was action and this and that. So for you to come out, like, again, whoever you are, and be like, oh, the fight sucked. Everybody in this stream, I'm not saying every single person in this world had to like the fight, but you, again, would be in the minority. So, it's just, like I said, people just hating. Just, they hating, clearly. Oh, the fight was good. It delivered, listen. Oh my gosh, man. I love what I've been able to do with the real boxing fans and Ego's Army, because it's making all that other bunk shit look horrible. Listen to what people say. Listen to what people say. Oh, Eddie Hearn posted a video of asking random New Yorkers who Wilder was, and they didn't know. And they didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? Okay. But why did 14,000 plus people show up in New York to his fight? Why did 10,000 and change show up to his replacement fight with Bermane Stiverne 2 in New York? Why did it do the highest boxing numbers on Showtime since Wilder's other fight, Wilder-Stiverne? It did 1.1 million viewers on average, and it peaked at 1.2 million viewers, which shows you if the average and the peak are that close to each other, right? Then that shows you that people were engaged and enthralled with the fight, because the numbers, usually a peak will have more of a spike. But I guess if people were just tuned in and just checking it out, watching majority of it, I guess that's why the peak didn't, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of why the peak didn't go up a couple 100,000, right? In addition, Sergey Kovalev and the UFC both had separate cards on that night. Chris Cyborg just fought, I think, Frankie Edgar or some other UFC fighters. And then Kovalev fought Igor Mikhelkin, which did less numbers. And then there's a good light heavyweight fight in the same city. And that was Sullivan Barrera versus Sullivan Barrera out of there. So how is that bad number? You know what I'm saying? I've even seen people like, oh, these numbers are atrocious. How is that atrocious when you're competing with the UFC and an HBO boxing card who y'all said HBO? Remember how I said in recent videos, Showtime is killing HBO? And some of y'all, oh no, it's quality over quantity and all this, and trying to vouch for HBO like they have mad fights coming up, right? All this shit. So why did Kovalev, he's this big star, right? He has a style everyone watches. You know what I mean? Why didn't his fight outperform Wilder versus Luis Ortiz? You know what I mean? And you have to understand, Luis Ortiz versus Wilder was on Showtime, a network that has less subscribers than HBO. You do understand that. HBO has a lot of subscribers, not necessarily just because of boxing, but because they produce other original content like comedy specials, Game of Thrones, and like shows like that. You know what I mean? High Maintenance or something. They got some high show about people smoking. I don't even know what it's about. But they have shows like that. So they have more subscribers and more subscriptions than Showtime. Yet Showtime beat them card for card. The Kovalev card versus the Wilder card. Kovalev Mikhelkin peaked at 674,000. And Wilder did over, his peak was 1.2 million. Right? So explain that. This is all of what I've been saying. This is all of what I've been saying. And you know what? Let me tell you. I'm going to show you the game. I'm going to expose the game. You got people who title videos or write articles. And for the Kovalev's fight on HBO that no one really watched, at least live, not many people watched, or more people that I seen wanted to watch Wilder. But anyway, you got people making titles of videos and writing articles talking about Kovalev Mikhelkin. It peaked. Listen, this is the game's old media plays. I'm trying to tell y'all. Kovalev Mikhelkin peaked at 674,000 viewers, right? So, do you guys know the difference between an average and a peak? Does anyone know the difference between an average and a peak as it relates to viewership? Yes or no? If you guys need me to explain real quick, let me know. If you guys know the difference between average and peak pertaining to viewership numbers, let me know. So everyone says, yeah, okay, so some people said, since we have people, I'm not going to leave Ego's Army out. And since we had some people that don't know, let me explain real quick. If HBO has a fight, Andre Ward versus Kovalev, average is the average amount of people that viewed that telecast, that main event, right? Ward Kovalev, how many people viewed it when it was all averaged out, right? A peak means at its highest point, just like the word peak, it was like, let's say Ward got knocked down in the second round. So people were talking about it on Twitter. So it could have peaked and went up because people want to see, oh shit, Andre Ward got knocked down. Or in the Wilder-Ortiz fight, a peak would be caused by, let's say when Luis Ortiz had Wilder badly hurt in the 7th round, you might see a peak because it looked like Wilder could be stopped. So, you know what I mean? The interest, people like jumped on it or changed to the channel when they heard people talking about it on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, right? Or they stayed on the channel and more people came or whatever. That's basically a rough description of what an average and a peak is. Now, check this out. I'm telling you, these are the old media tactics. You have people making videos and putting titles or articles, and it'll say Kovalev Mikhelkin, and it'll tell the peak number, meaning the highest number of people that viewed. Because that's an effort to make it sound better. You know what I mean? Because you're giving the greater value. You're giving the higher number. and then you see it'll say Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz did the highest number since 2015. So why would you title it like that? And for Kovalev shit, right, you're going to put the peak, the maximum amount of people that viewed, not that the amount of people that viewed ongoing. You're going to put the peak amount. But for Wilder's, you're going to try to minimize it by not even putting a numerical value of the numbers that it did, and it did over 1 million. That's, you could say whatever you want, but in my opinion, that is deliberate. That is deliberate to, you know what I mean, not credit. It's like old media doesn't want to celebrate these things. You know what I mean? They don't want to celebrate. Okay, put it this way. If a motherfucker wrote articles, oh, PBC's running out of money, Deontay Wilder really needs to step up, Deontay Wilder, he just doesn't get it, Al Heyman's fighters are inactive, HBO's killing Showtime. If someone is saying all these things, and then you have actual data and analytics from Nielsen's research, which shows the viewership, right? And it contradicts everything you've been saying in recent articles. That's why they do it. That's why you would rather put HBO's peak number, the highest number, to make it look like Kovalev McKelkin did great numbers or did better because you're putting the highest number. And when it comes to Wilder, you don't even put a number in the title. You know what I mean? That's deliberate because they always do it. Andre Ward versus Sullivan Barrera, the average was this. So why don't you put the average of an Andre Ward fight? I mean, why don't you put the peak of an Andre Ward fight? But if it's Golovkin, you're going to put the peak in the title. The title is the first thing you see. That's the headline. You know what I mean? And once again, it's little subtle things like this that new media has been exposing with old media time and time again. There's a reason they're doing that. And again, a lot of these writers and people doing YouTube videos, they never gave Wilder credit. They never gave PBC credit, things like that. As a result, they don't want to show the side that they've kind of not been pulling for, topping the side they have been pulling for. Period. Somebody tell me any other reason why you would do that. Tell me any other reason why you would do that. Why you would say Kovalev peaked at this number with McKelkin, a fight that people primarily weren't watching. Listen, YouTube in general, the most popping channels that I'm talking about, commentary channels, where people come to YouTube for commentary channels that do commentary, not just a bunch of footage, commentary. YouTube is murdering. YouTube is murdering. Like, people would assume check YouTube for a post-fight breakdown. They're not checking Dan Rayfield and, hey, what did Dan Rayfield, how does he break the fight down? Not that many people that I see are checking for that. If anything, then if they were, why doesn't he start a YouTube? Why doesn't Dan Rayfield start a YouTube and start doing predictions and post-fight breakdowns? Because that's not his lane. And I don't think it could be his lane. $2 super chat from Chill Math. Did I miss the Broner Thurman talk? Yes, you did. So I'll talk about it probably more later, but we're on something else. You guys got to hit the notification button so you can join these live streams ASAP to talk about the different things. But anyway, somebody tell me another reason why they would do that. Name another reason why Wilder, he just set a record, or not even a record, but he just did good viewership that hasn't been done since 2015 for Showtime, and you determine that, hey, let me not put the viewership number that they actually did in the title. It did 1.2 million at its peak. So that would be a great headline. Like, Wilder Luis Ortiz draws 1.2 million views on Showtime Boxing in an exciting fight. That's a great headline, but you notice it's always downplayed. It's always downplayed. So someone explain that. Someone tell me why they would do it like that. But when it comes to Kovalev McKelkin, a fight that A lot of people didn't watch. That wasn't the prime. If anything, they wanted to see Sullivan Barrera, Dimitri Bivol. But majority of the interest that I seen from the true boxing community was on the Showtime card. You know what I mean? But again, the people who detest Al Heyman, call him the cancer of boxing, all that bullshit, this is why they're doing that. This is why they do stuff like that. Oh, Kovalev McKelkin peaked at this number. Okay, what did it average? Why didn't you put that for the title? Why didn't you put it, like, what sounds better? Kovalev McKelkin did 500 or 600 or whatever it was, 674,000, or Wilder-Ortiz does the best viewership, 1.2 million, hasn't been done since 2015. That's a great headline, but they don't want to headline it like that. They don't want to title it like that because they don't want to give credit, like a lot of you motherfuckers. Shout out to Al Heyman. I don't care who's mad. Thank you, Al Heyman. You doing your damn thing, Al Heyman. I'm gonna keep saying it. Shout out to Leroy Vaughn's $5 super chat. Bivol or Beterbiev, who has the best chance of beating Kovalev? Both of them have a good chance. Kovalev already got beat by Beterbiev in the amateurs twice, and Bivol looks like a beast because he just stopped somebody. So I still got to see more from Bivol, but he looked good in his last fight. Listen, if you guys are super chatting, trying to switch the subject, this is not, you might as well save your money because I'm talking about this Wilder-Ortiz thing. So come back to the stream later and see what we're talking about. But I'm just trying to give you guys a heads up. I will not be doing a bunch of super chats and skipping around because I got to get this commentary out regarding what's happening once again with Wilder-Ortiz. Because I noticed the last couple of super chats all had something to do with other things. I'm not talking about anything else right now. I need to talk about this current point. Angel, you're missing the whole point. Garcia Thurman did 5.1 million last year. Garcia Thurman was that on CBS? Was Garcia Thurman on CBS? Right? What channel was Garcia Thurman on? So I'm not talking about CBS, the parent company. CBS is a channel that you don't have to have a Showtime subscription for. So you're missing the point totally. We're talking about Showtime. That's why they said Wilder-Ortiz does the best numbers that Showtime has had for boxing since Wilder's other fight was Stavern 1, the first Stavern fight. Once again, I'm telling you, new media is crushing. I've been crushing the building since Izod Socks. Places to cop. When will I stop? 76 floors, you could call me the doc. Oh my gosh. Listen, prove me wrong. Why? I'm going to ask you guys again. Why does the headline for a fight that nobody was really, that I seen, really worried about as much? The Showtime was the poppin' card. So why are you putting Kovalev McKelkin and put its highest results that it produced? Because a peak could be for a round. A bunch of people clicked in and tuned in for that round, and then it went back down. You know what I mean? Wilder-Ortiz did 1.1 million average. That's an average sum of 10 rounds or however long it lasted, and it peaked at 1.2 million. So once again, why are the headlines reading? See, I have no problem if you say Sergey Kovalev versus Igor McKelkin, whoever the fuck that is, peaks at 674,000, and you also say Wilder-Ortiz peaked at 1.2 million, because then now you're being consistent. The fights were on the same night, different networks. So once again, if the only thing that separates those two fights, because it wasn't the date, they both occurred on the same date, the only difference was networks, then it leads me to believe if you're going to jazz up and spruce up one title and not the other, that leads me to believe that you are trying to, in effort, help one network to look better and then make the other one look average or not. You know how they say haters, they whisper your successes and broadcast your failures? This is an example of it, right? If, like, let's say let's say, I don't even want to use an analogy of a real. I was about to use a real YouTube reporter, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't. You know what I mean? It'll sound like I'm competing with them. Let's say I did a live stream, and then Glass Joe did a live stream. One was on his channel, one was on my channel, but you don't like my channel, and you like his channel, and my numbers did better than his channel, and in your title you put, oh, so and so Glass Joe's YouTube stream goes viral, it does da 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 da, and then for mine you say, oh, Boxing Ego's channel, he hits, this is his largest live stream since 2015. You know what I'm saying? So once again, why they, if I beat them, why I get a shitty title and headline, and they get a jazzed up title? And I'm not being petty. If anyone's being petty, it's the people who are doing this, because you can't admit that Showtime is leading the pack and Showtime is killing and Al Heyman is killing. You can't admit that Sloppy Wilder, Noodle Leg Wilder, and all this extra shit, right, did better than Sergey Kovalev. He did better than the HBO card. That's why. And I'm trying to tell you, and I've been exposing the old media tactics for quite some time. And I'm not just talking about this one fight. We've seen this time and time again. We've seen them do this. Be like, Andre Ward versus Barrera, and then they'll put the average number of views that it did. And then they'll have another fight card on, or Triple G will have a fight card, and they'll be like, Triple G versus so-and-so peaks at this, in an effort to make the number sound strong and good and get people to click. Man, Showtime killing. And that's what they mad at. Al Heyman's killing. A black man is killing. Damn. I know it must suck. Only people it sucks to is the non-real boxing fans or the racist fans. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if he's on top, like, I don't care who you are. If Bob Arum has the best fights, then motherfucker has the best fights. If De La Hoya has the best fights, then he has the best fights. You know what I mean? That Bob Arum's Jewish, Oscar De La Hoya is Mexican-American, and Al Heyman is black. And he's not even a promoter, but people kind of lump him in with the promoter, so we'll use that. So it don't matter what race you are. However, be honest. Whoever has the best fights, they have the best fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, Showtime, in my honest opinion, they just had a card that could have been, like, here's an example. I got it. Y'all want this example? If y'all want this example, I'm about to body somebody. Y'all got me. I got my second win. I was tired before, but now I'm about to body shit. If y'all want the second example, can I get a hell yeah? Let me preach to the congregation real quick. All y'all gotta do is say hell yeah. Oh, let me stretch on this one. Boom. All right. Showtime, and really Al Heyman made moves, power moves, so he has a vast stable. They took, in my opinion, they took a fight like Broner Figueroa, which people wanted to see for entertainment value, and Omar Figueroa, bam, ow, I'm injured. Oh no, right? He's gone. And they took that tragedy, because people wanted to see that, and they put on, and they're now putting on a fight that is equal or greater value. Some people think Jesse Vargas is actually a tougher fight for Broner than Omar Figueroa would be. You know what I mean? That's debatable to some. But at the end of the day, they took what could have been tragic, and people would have been annoyed. Like, if Broner fought a Khabib Alikverdiev type person again, Emmanuel Taylor, then that definitely went down. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Omar Figueroa versus Broner would have been better than Emmanuel Taylor or a Khabib Alikverdiev or an unknown or a little-known person like that. But Jesse Vargas, again, some people would actually argue that that's a better fight. That's a better fight than the first fight, right? But let that happen to Top Rank. Let's say Vasily Lomachenko is scheduled to fight Ray Beltran. And just like Omar Figueroa, let's say Ray Beltran pulled out with a rib injury. What do you think, Top Rank? What do you think you're going to get from Lomachenko next? Do you think they're going to make a better fight than Lomachenko versus Beltran? Honestly. In that same situation, this is all like hypothetical, but I want to know your honest opinion. If Top Rank was in that same situation and they had Vasily Lomachenko versus Ray Beltran, Beltran pulls out with an injury, would they make a replacement that you think would be better than the Beltran fight? Like, oh, he's fighting Mikey Garcia now, Jorge Linares. Do you really think that? See, the truth always comes out. That's what I'm saying. Nobody believes that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody believes these things will happen. They would put Lomachenko in there with a Mariaga edition type person. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't. I can almost guarantee you, because part of the problem is other guys don't have the stable. They don't have the stable. Someone said Hank Lundy. Yeah, I could see something like that. It'd be somebody, Thomas Delorme coming back down and Wade. It's not going to be Robert Easter or even a Javier Fortuna, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But like I said, this is what haters do. They whisper your successes and they broadcast your failures. Period. That's what happens. Wilder-Ortiz, all across the board, was a good fight. All across the board, in my opinion. This is my opinion, of course. All across the board was a good fight. It had entertainment value. It was a meaningful fight for the division. It showed who's who. It showed Wilder can battle adversity. Luis Ortiz even battled adversity, but even though he got knocked out, he battled adversity in the 5th round, got back up, and by the 7th round, he had Wilder in trouble. You know what I mean? And instead of just being like, wow, Showtime's on a roll, y'all. They did 1.2 million peak views. They say, oh, Wilder-Ortiz does the best numbers since 2015. And I'm telling you, that to me, that's some slick shit, because who remembers? You don't even know by a title like vague and ambiguous like that. You don't know the numbers it did. You don't know what fight they're being compared to in 2015. So it doesn't really tell you much. If a title to a video says Sergey Kovalev, Igor Mikhelkin peaks with an audience of 674,000, you immediately know and have everything you need to know about what type of viewership and audience it generated. But you purposely, in my opinion, purposely leave that out. And it's a good number. So to me, I consider that hating. If you know it did good and you're going to purposely leave it out of the headline or the title, you hating. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I'm jealous of, or I hate Arnold Schwarzenegger or some shit, and he just bench pressed 520 pounds, which is his best bench. You know what I mean? Like, damn, he did 5. I would put that. Like, if you're not a hater, put what the fuck he lifted. Put Arnold Schwarzenegger sets new record, benches 520 pounds. People will click on that. You know what I'm saying? But you could also try to sneak it and be like, oh, Arnold sets a new record for himself. He beats his old record from 2015. You know what I mean? Those are two different titles. Which one would you be more eager to click on? The one that says, oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger beat his old record from 2015. Or the one that says Arnold Schwarzenegger, unbelievable, wow, crazy, you'll never believe this, gosh, goddamn, get the fuck out. Arnold bench presses 500. We know this. Arnold bench presses 520 pounds. Wow. Trey said yawn. If it's yawn, get the fuck out of here. Straight up. Motherfucker talking yawn. Take your ass to bed if you're tired. Like, you won't stop the message, so I don't even know why you try it. And some of y'all are straight up corns, man. Like, who types yawn? Who types something that's like me typing sneeze? Like, that's more so an action. Why would you type yawn? Like, most people just yawn. Like, if they're tired or whatever, they just yawn. They just actually do it. They don't type it out. Like, it sounds stupid. Someone said burp. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're taking an act. Oh, fart. Who does that? Like, you guys are corny. Yawn. Let me type it out. Let me type the action so they know what I mean. I want them to know what I mean. So, swish, yawn, fart, belch. Someone said cough, cough. Y'all gotta type the action so we know what you yawn. Okay. Anyway, smash the like button. We need 200 likes or it doesn't count. We need at least 200 likes or it does not count. But anyway, let me give my thoughts. I'm not a hater. Let me give my thoughts on Wilder-Ortiz. The walls are closing in on a lot of you haters, a lot of old media, a lot of you weak channels, weak writers, weak everything. Ego army, gang, stand up. Wilder-Ortiz, in my opinion, was a fun fight. I was entertained by that fun fight. I have a Showtime subscription, so I didn't have to pay anything additional, right? I can justify my Showtime bill. Right now, I can't justify my HBO bill because I don't watch anything on HBO unless it's boxing. And I don't watch the fight game. So if it's not boxing related on HBO, I don't watch it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't watch TV like that. I'm working. I'm in the office. So I thought Wilder-Ortiz was a great fight. Stop making excuses. I'm just asking people to be real. Be honest. Be honest with yourself. If HBO was, I promise you, if HBO was murdering Showtime, I would tell you that. But that's not the case. There has been times where HBO, and I've done video, they're literally on my channel. You know what I mean? If HBO had this monster schedule, I would tell you, like, man, HBO, they dropping the hammer on Showtime right now. But that's not what's happening right now. And the people, I know where it's coming from, because if you say a lot of dumb shit, you have to justify it some way. Al Heyman sucked. Deontay Wilder just doesn't get it. And PBC puts on cherry-picked mismatches. They ran out of money. So you said all this shit, and you built it up to be this thing. So when Showtime's dropping fire, now, instead of just being a man or a woman or whatever you are, now you have to make a bunch of excuses. Oh, but the fight, it should have been stopped in the 7th round, so it was a robbery. Like, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Now, this is not really related to, like, YouTube channels and boxing writers and stuff, but there's still people hating. I mean, even King Kong, whoever is handling his YouTube, in my opinion, they're making him look bad right now. If y'all want to know why they're making King Kong, or if it's him handling his own YouTube or his own Instagram, he's looking bad right now. If y'all want to know why that Instagram page is making him look bad, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? If y'all want to know why he's looking bad right now. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So anyway, it's looking bad. I just don't like poor sportsmanship. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Smash the like button if y'all want to see this. All right, this is why. It's this video. Oh my God, hold on. What? It's a video of Wilder being hurt, right? And look, it's this long ass message. Oh, they changed it. Oh, you see how they put edit? Never mind. They changed it. I can't even tell you. See, they must have been getting bad feedback on it. They edited the comment, they said. So I can't even read what it said. Anyway, it was the video is from a fan or whatever. The actual video. The page is from Luis Ortiz's handler. But the fan made video that they're posting, it shows the seventh round, of course, and this is what King Kong's handler or whoever put on the page, and the guy was like saying in the video the fight was a robbery, and I'm like, what the fuck you mean it got stopped? How is it a robbery? You know what I'm saying? Saying it was a robbery, and then they left this long ass description about how they were robbed and they want a rematch, and I'm like, what? Like, and see, this is the thing that I don't like. Luis Ortiz has nothing to be ashamed about with his performance. He literally doesn't. Like you didn't have a bad performance. You're in there with a guy who has vibranium in his right hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it makes you look bad when you take it there. Like, you had a great performance. You challenged Wilder better than anyone else. You had him hurt, nearly stopped him in the seventh round. But to say it was a robbery, and they're saying like, oh, he was allowed to fight dirty and foul and hit me with rabbit punches. I'm like, what? Like, you King Kong. You King Kong and you talking about rabbit punches? Like, you know what I'm saying? Rabbit punch, you outweighed the man by, if we're really being honest, you outweighed him by 30 to 60 pounds. Or I don't know about 60, but, you know what I mean? 20 to 40 pounds or whatever, right? You King Kong and you like, oh, he rabbit punched me. I mean, it's a fight. Some things might not be squeaky clean, but like, that's crazy. And to allude to like no, you're talking about 25 pounds at the weigh-in. I don't know what, because Wilder still didn't look that big, right? Wilder still didn't look that big. He didn't look that big on the fight night, and Luis Ortiz looked big on the fight night, right? So, to me, it just doesn't. It was on his page. They just edited it. Do you guys listen? It was on his Instagram page, and they edited the description, so I can't read it to you anymore. But they posted this video. Y'all gotta keep up. You know what I mean? But the reason I think it looks bad is because I don't think Luis Ortiz has anything to like hold his head low about. You fought a great fight. You challenged him. You pushed him harder than anybody, and that was a step up for you too. You know what I mean? It wasn't just Wilder needed a name on his resume. King Kong needed a name like that on his resume. And you came up short. You're in there with the big puncher. But Wilder looked way smaller, if we're really being truthful. He was smaller the day of the weigh-in, that we do know, right? You hurt him, you couldn't finish him, that's it. You know what I mean? But they were like saying he was rabbit punching and fighting dirty. We need a rematch, and he needs a rematch. And they also said something to the effect of he was given so much extra time. He was given extra time to recover, and that's what happened with the fight. Like, really? Like, is that true? Like, you think you lost because Wilder was given extra time? And that's what the video's showing, and the guy in the video saying it's a robbery. Like, that, I mean, it's crazy. Rematch is a must. Please, why not? Why do they need a rematch? He got stopped. Ain't no rematch is a must. What are you talking about? See, once again, I hate crybaby fans like you. I hate crybaby fans. Y'all talking about, oh, rematch is a must. Yeah. Bottom line is this. See, this is the worst part about fighting sports and boxing and stuff like that, is fans will talk big shit before the fight. Oh, chicken leg Wilder, spaghetti angel hair pasta leg Wilder is getting knocked out, windmill Wilder. And when the shit don't happen, oh, hey, give me another try, rematch. He stopped him. Why do we have to see a rematch? See, first of all, you motherfuckers said Wilder ain't fought nobody. Then he fights someone. Now you saying because it was a close fight, or not even, it was a close fight up until the stoppage, I guess you could say, and it was a tough fight. Now all of a sudden, he has to rematch him. So he can't just, hey, I got past this. They're like, this is not like Triple G versus Jacobs, where it was a close fight. The judges didn't indicate a close fight. They had a unanimous decision for Golovkin, and they didn't indicate it was a close fight. And then Golovkin just moves on about his career. I can understand if you were talking about something like that, but he got knocked out. There's no speculation. He was on literally on all fours, spitting on the canvas, and he got knocked out, and then he got stopped ultimately by an uppercut. So at the end of the day, why do we need a rematch? Why can't Wilder go on with his career, fight Joseph Parker, Joshua winner, right? Fight a big money fight. Why does he have to hold his whole career up for Ortiz again? Ortiz got a shot, failed a drug test, cleared it up with the WBC, got a second chance, talked shit, Wilder talked shit, and Wilder was the one who cashed in on the shit he talked. And now y'all talking about, oh, yes, a rematch is a must. No, he don't have to rematch him. Why? We seen what it wasn't Ward Kovalev or something where who won. We know who won. We just know it was a good fight. That's hating. I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why you talking about he has to rematch him. That's stupid. There's no controversy there. Listen, we're talking heavyweight boxing, and you're talking ego. Why are you wearing shades? Some of y'all need real life help. Like, I've never seen a batch of men judge other men like this. It's really crazy. But anyway, yeah, I mean, to me, it really does. It's just like Kell Brook, what he's doing with the Errol Spence loss. It's making the King Kong side look bad when they wouldn't have looked bad. Like, Ortiz didn't do anything wrong. Like, nobody was mad at Ortiz. I didn't really see no one clowning Ortiz. Like, you know what I mean? But when you start saying, like acting like the fight wasn't on fair terms, like, now that's something different. Because now you make it look bad. Because you're making it look like kind of like a poor sport. And I wouldn't even have a problem. Listen, if Luis Ortiz's handler or whoever, if they would have just said, we talked a lot of shit, you talked a lot of shit, you came up on top, I came up short, and I'm going to work my way back up the rankings, and I will get a rematch with you. But for now, enjoy this victory. I'll fight Gerald Big Baby Miller or Lucas Brown, Dillian White, and I'm going to climb back up until I get that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't have a problem with something like that. But when you start saying, oh, he was given more time to recover, and why did he get so much time? Like, that's not even realistic. Because, listen, go watch the tape. I don't know why the ref said, I think because Wilder, and see, listen, this is really a testament to how banged up Wilder was in the 7th round, that the New York, see, listen, I'm telling you, the New York State Athletic Commission is very strict. They did this with, see, I know boxing off the top of my head. They did this with Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza was losing the fight and maybe took some big shots. They did the same thing, and they stopped the action and sent Pedraza to the doctors in New York. That was another card at the Barclays. So same state, same venue, different year, different fighter. They did the same thing with Pedraza, and they went to check him out to make sure it's not. Some people are like, the dude on the video is like, oh, he didn't have any cuts. He didn't have any cuts. He didn't get knocked down. That's not what they were looking for. They weren't looking for a swollen shut eye or a cut. They were looking to see if he was cognizant, if his eyes could focus in on the light, shit like that. Just like they did with Jose Pedraza, right? They wanted to make sure after a lot of punishment in that 7th round, right? They were making sure that he was just okay to even continue. Like, if his functionality was the same, like his vision. They're not looking for cuts. And this is the video they posted. They're like, oh, what? Well, why'd you stop it? Wilder didn't have a cut. It's like, do you even know boxing? Oh, shout out to Princess. See, we got females with way more boxing knowledge than some of you dudes. She said, same thing with McGregor. That's absolutely true. Someone said, ego, you losing. Nobody believes you. Who believes you? Anyway, they did that with Conor McGregor. Like, they want to make sure you're okay to go back out there because you got beat up, right? J Dog, thank you for handling my lightweight. I'm not even responding to these dudes right now. They clearly want my attention, another man's attention. But that's my point, people. Like, it's not Luis Ortiz's team, and this may be why they changed and edited the whole caption, because maybe they're getting bad feedback. It just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, truth be told, we don't even know if Luis Ortiz. We just gotta accept the ruling from the WBC, and we gotta just accept what they told us about just like we gotta accept Canelo is on the up and up, and the meat was tainted. You know what I'm saying? But truth be told, you talking about rabbit punches, but you had something in your system twice. Like, if we're really being honest, you had something in you're mad because you said Wilder was given more time, and you arguably had things in your system that you shouldn't have had at least twice. You know what I'm saying? So what's more dangerous, the rabbit? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, stop it. Like, Wilder could nitpick. He could be like, oh, the only reason I was so badly hurt in the 7th round is because you were on something. It was still in your system. The blood pressure medicine. You know what I'm saying? But it's not needed. None of that is needed. Ortiz did great. It just wasn't. No, he did good. Just wasn't good enough. Because I would have to say great is like winning the fight. So he did very good. Very good. You know what I'm saying? So it's not needed. Sunglasses indoors. Yep. Next question. Listen, I don't understand why in the midst of talking boxing, people care what I'm wearing and who made my t-shirt and what brand my glasses are. Like, whatever. But yeah, man, it's just I don't like these excuses. Like, we demand a rematch. Wilder was given so much time to recover. And see, if you know anything about boxing, you don't recover like that. Look at Joshua versus Klitschko. Did he recover in 25 seconds? No. It took him several rounds. It took several rounds for him to recover and get the stoppage and get back into the fight. You know what I'm saying? Dudes always on the shades and beard. That's what I'm saying. Like, these dudes must really like my glasses and beard. Like, that's all they talk about. And then I seen somebody talking about my lips and nose. Like, y'all some fruitcakes. But yeah, I just think since Luis Ortiz, your performance spoke for what type of fighter you are. You don't have to do that, or your handlers, and it's just making you look bad. Same thing with Kell Brook. We all seen that you tried and you had heart and you gave Errol Spence fits at the beginning until your eye got beat up by Errol Spence. You don't have to do this. You and Eddie Hearn, you don't have to, oh, Errol Spence is not really that good. I'm really much better. I don't like that. I'm really much better, but I lost to him. Should I burn this man in the hot seat? The rabbit punches and, oh, they should have taken points are stupid reasons completely, but the doc checking on him was definitely shady, whether it affected the outcome or not. Okay, you're in the hot seat. I have to make examples of y'all. Y'all keep putting this stupid shit. Okay, you just said whether it affected the outcome or not. So how was the docs checking on a man who was taking a beating in round 7? How the fuck is that suspicious or whatever you're trying to say? How is that against the rules? Please explain this. And the funny thing, I just explained it to y'all. So I don't even understand why you would try to choose it. This is to... This is to Johnny O. We about to get you out of here, Johnny O. You in the hot seat. I just explained this whole scenario to y'all, and I don't even understand why you would want to be in the hot seat for something I just explained. So I'll be waiting. I'm gonna open my gummies. Where's Johnny O? Where's Johnny O, the hater? All right, you copping the plea. This man copping the plea. He said, "I don't think it mattered though. It don't matter. You in the hot seat." Okay, both of your comments alluded to it may not have mattered, or you don't think it'll matter, right? So if that is the case and it doesn't matter, it wouldn't have changed the outcome, then how is it suspicious, which was your first comment? You casuals and old media, y'all don't think this stuff through. You really don't. This makes no sense. You said, oh yeah, it was definitely suspicious, but now you're saying it wouldn't have changed the outcome. So what's suspicious about it if it made no difference in impacting the outcome of the fight? That's like the oxymoron, the complete contradiction. Okay, because they didn't do that for Ortiz after getting rocked at the end of the 5th. Wow. Okay, bro, you're about to get bodied. See, this shit is too easy. Y'all always try to take situations that are not the same. Ortiz got hurt and dropped at the end of the 5th, yes. But Luis Ortiz was beating Wilder's ass in the 7th round. He didn't drop him, but he kept hitting him with punches. When Wilder dropped Ortiz, he hit him with maybe a couple, like 2-3 more punches that were good. And then the bell rang and the round was over. So that's why they didn't do it. But for Wilder, he had to survive for longer in the 7th round than Ortiz did. Let's say, I don't know the exact time off the top of my head, but in the 7th round when Wilder got hurt, he still had like 1:10 to go. And Luis Ortiz was actually landing a lot of straight lefts and punches driving him back, and he jumped on him. So he had to survive a lot longer. So he took more punishment. Even though Luis Ortiz got knocked down, he got saved by the bell. So you're trying to compare something that's not even comparable. The reason they checked for Wilder is because he took more punches after the first punch that he was visibly hurt. Still, did the bell not potentially save him? That's all I'm saying. Bro, you've already backtracked and you're getting slaughtered. I don't even know why you're trying to argue anymore. You just said it didn't change the outcome and you're not hating on Wilder. And it sounds like that's exactly what you're doing. But you said it was suspicious. So it's suspicious, but it didn't change the outcome. And you're not hating on Wilder. Okay. So if it didn't change the outcome, why the fuck do you care that it happened? Okay, explain that so we can hurry up and get you out of here. I don't do begging. I don't deal with begging dudes. Put me in the hot seat. So just answer that so we can get your dumbass logic out of here ASAP. If it didn't change the outcome, why do you care? We're waiting for an intelligent answer to that. Don't ask me no questions. Right? What's taking so long? If it didn't matter, why did and it didn't change the outcome, as you said, why was it suspicious? Why do you care? Oh, listen, you're out of here. Shooter, get rid of him. He said, why did Paulie Malignaggi mention it? I told you, don't ask no questions, answer a question. Answer the question, don't ask questions. Because you can't, that's what they do to duck because they don't know the answer. Bye-bye. I told you, your next response better be an answer to it. And you said, why did Paulie say that? I'm not Paulie Malignaggi. I don't know why he did what. You know what I'm saying? Once again, trying to distract from the. We're talking about statements I've made and you've made. And you bringing up another man. It's called deflection. Why did Paulie frost his tips when he fought Amir Khan? I don't know. I don't know why he dyed his hair like that. That's what he chose to do. That's not what we're talking about, no. Anyway, just listen, man. This is why new media is on top, because this is the type of points they come up with. Why did Paulie say it? Well, I mean, who cares? Paulie's entitled to his opinion. What do you think about it? And then to complain about it, but say it didn't change the outcome, then what are you really complaining about? You know what I'm saying? That's like, let's say I had to take Kendrick Lamar to work, and Kendrick Lamar woke up late, right? He had to be at work at 9 a.m. and he woke up at 8:52, and the drive is 15 minutes, right? So then we go to my car, and I'm like, I have to take him as soon as he's ready, but he already woke up late with only 8 minutes to get to work, right? And he had to brush his teeth, change clothes, get ready, right? And then I am warming up my car for 2 minutes because there's frost on my window. And then he goes to, I drive him to work, and he's late. And he was like, oh, you made me late to work. And I'm like, hey, but you didn't even wake up. You woke up 8 minutes before you had to be there. And he's like, oh, yeah. Even though you warmed up your car, that didn't really. Someone said, what the fuck, I'm lost. Even though you warmed up your car, you wouldn't be lost if you actually listened instead of commenting. Warming up your car didn't make me late. But still, there's no still. Either I'm the cause of you being late or it's you. You know what I'm saying? People act like, oh, it didn't matter either way. Then why are you complaining about it? You know what I mean? If me warming up my car wasn't the reason you were late, then why'd you bring that up? That don't have nothing to do with it. You getting up late to be to work and you only have 8 minutes is what made you late. Not me warming up a car for 1 or 2 minutes. Wow. We have a guy, he's literally created like 6 accounts in this stream only. Pretty crazy, guys. Yeah, it's that weebity-wee dude. I'm pretty sure it is him. He keeps putting the same thing and then getting blocked each time. Okay. Shout out to Myron Dinner, $5 super chat. Keith Thurman is a better fighter than AB, but he don't got AB heart and mentality. I wish all fighters with like Spence, Crawford, Wilder, Ortiz, Vargas, and AB. Yeah, that would be nice. LOL, he is a loser, no life, but to make alternate name. Listen, like, honestly, I want to know from these guys, how does that affect me? How does that affect me? Someone said, ego, you can't beat you can't beat new media, and my shooter shot him on the spot. Funny. The guy, he's back. Weebity-wee is back. He keeps coming back. That's crazy. That's hilarious to me. Hey, shooter. We have a code red. We got a stalker. Listen. First of all, I don't understand how they're making these accounts that fast. Like, do they already have the account or what? But either way, look at what you're doing. Like, you guys think this makes me mad or sad or whatever. But like, look at what you're doing. You have to log into all these accounts just to come back. Like, that's a great life. I hope you don't have kids and shit. Them motherfuckers ain't 8 and 6 days and shit while you stalking another man. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's really pathetic. Like, literally, the guy keeps coming back. He was like, okay, ego, show us you have a lazy eye. Okay. Look, he's back again. Look. Ego, hot seat, show us your lazy eye. And then my shooter just got him. Okay. I have a lazy eye. What did Rick Ross say? He said, so many shades on, they think I got a lazy eye. Oh. Yeah, okay, I have a lazy eye. Whatever. I'm cross-eyed, I can't read. Lazy eye. Okay. $5 super chat. Myron Dinard. Since Barker's fighting AB, how you feel about Spence Figueroa? It's better than Ocampo in the fact that they're both from Texas. And Figueroa and him have history. Figueroa's bragging that he beat him in the amateurs. So it's a better Texas fight. And just because the name's bigger and they have history. But the benefit, if he does fight Ocampo, the benefit is Ocampo, it'll satisfy a mandatory by beating him. He low-key trying to see another man's eye. Listen, I don't know what's up with these dudes. Whose man's is this? Omar Figueroa, you never heard of him? I don't think he beat Spence, but, I mean, he beat him in the amateur, so who knows? Who am I to say? Ego eating them worms. Like, I can't just eat one. I got to eat, like, 3 at a time. Ego, you are a nigger, and you are broke. You only make $100 from YouTube, and I approve. Oh, okay. What else? Like, is anybody else believe any of this stuff? My shooters is often my shooter. See, we already have the perfect system. We have real fans. I don't even know. Someone said, why is this dude on your head? I don't. Pause. That sounds suspect. I don't even know who he is. I don't know who he is. I don't care who he is. But I'm just trying to give you guys some helpful advice. If you're going to diss me, 1, be funny. 2, make it believable. Motherfucker talking about, oh, you only make $100 on YouTube. I can prove it. Well, this room costs more than $100. I get more than $100 on individual super chats in one session. So that you already sound stupid. And you guys can see the super chats come. Just add them up if you want to be in my business. Add up all the super chats. Like when I did that Wilder-Ortiz, and tell me how many super chats came through to support the movement for the greater good. So we can push and start covering even more and more shit. But whatever. That's fine. I have a lazy eye. I don't know what Keith Thurman said or whatever got back to Broner, but he sounds pissed. Man, we working. When they mad. Hold on, Regis Progray. His fight comes this week too? Ego, they just want to borrow money. Well, they're better off saying that. You have a better chance of that than people believing this shit. Like I said, you guys can tell through the super chats. Look, $10 super chat, but I make $100 a month. Okay. Shout out to Dale, $10 super chat. Shmoney gang. See, this is why they mad. Pray to the shmoney gods. Shout out to y'all. We working. Great fights coming on. Regis Prograis versus Julius Ndongo. Is that this Friday? Oh, it's the same day as Mikey's fight? Fuck. There's hella fights in. It's a good week of boxing then. I'm looking for that Oscar Valdez Scott Quigg shit too. Hold on, y'all. I keep seeing people walk by. I think it's that fucking stalker. Oh, show us your eyes, you lazy eye. Let me close these blinds so I don't keep seeing these motherfuckers walk by. He gonna be like, show us your fucking eyes. Look, I bought this with my $100 that I make on YouTube. We be in other people's city off $100 on YouTube. Look at this bed. Look how many pillows they gave me. We got this off the $100. So shout out to that. What is the fuck? I start choking. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what Keith Thurman said. I just seen Broner wilding on him. Shout out to BC. Wow, the dudes just keep coming back. Like, this is funny. Like, you're really gonna come back 20 times? That's crazy to me. Hey, shooters, just shoot them in the head, kill shots, because I don't even have the patience to keep addressing it. That's what they want me to fake address them. He said we're gonna whack all the accounts. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's so stupid. It's slaved. See, these dudes got way too much time. That's crazy. Hey, listen, not to sound cocky or anything, I don't even have to talk. I don't even have to talk and they still come back. Like, I could just read comments and he'll come back. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be like, oh, show us your eyes. Like, this is crazy. I don't even have to talk. Someone said more views. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to know how these guys think this is hurting me. We're laughing together at your expense. You look crazy stalking another man. What's the come up for you? Man, get you some gummy worms, man. For those who are hold on. I'm not showing y'all shit until you get them likes up. We've been stuck with the likes. If y'all want to know what Adrien Broner said about Keith Thurman, we got to get them likes up. We need like at least 275 likes. I've been on over an hour. Come on, man. Gummy worms are delicious. Smash the like button. Ego, these homosexual ass dudes are weird. Man, I'm trying to talk boxing, and they talking about me. I mean, that's weird, really weird. Smash the like button. Yeah, but with the whole King Kong situation, I just think that's uncalled for. You did good. Like, nobody's mad at you for your performance. You know what I mean? So it's like, why take it there and act like you were cheated and stuff? Like, you were done. You were tired, and you were getting hit by a big puncher. You tried. You rallied to come back after being knocked down. Like, nobody's mad at you, but it just makes it look worse when your team is like, oh, he was given extra time to recover. Like, listen to that. Do you understand? Shane Mosley was beating the shit out of Antonio Margarito at the end of the round before he actually got stopped, right? And he got stopped in the next round, right? You're not gonna, that doctor called to the side stuff, you're not gonna be able to recover. If you're badly hurt, that little 15-20 second delay is not gonna stop you from losing if you're badly hurt. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He says, tell people about your criminal record. Now I know you're lying. I don't even have a criminal record. I dare anybody to Google my government name, which is on my website, and see if I have a criminal record. I'll be waiting. I don't have no cases. I don't have any charges. We know you're lying. We know you're reaching. He says, why don't you tell people about your criminal record? Google my name, right? My middle initial is B. Google my name and tell me that you see a criminal record with me. It's not gonna happen. This is what I'm saying. These dudes is corny. Like I said, at least be funny. Like if you were coming like, hey, remember you like that girl that she dumped you and she was cheating on you? Like if something like that, if you said something like that, I'll be like, oh, okay. If that happened, you know what I mean? Or hey, remember when you was in the 4th grade, you pissed the bed? Okay. If that happened, I'd be like, oh, fuck, you got me. But tell us about your criminal record. Research my name, which is on my website, which I put because I don't have anything to hide, and tell me what you come up with. That has me. My middle initial is B, like blood. Moving on. This dude is literally throwing shit, hoping it sticks. But that's what I'm saying. The fact that he's even saying my government name in this live stream lets you know he is a grade A stalker. Because not everyone knows my government name. So you have to be doing some real life research to be researching me. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I'm in LA right now, in a hotel, Dolo. Run up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Simple. Not, you know what I mean? See, I'm just going to tell y'all on some real street shit. If y'all had an issue with somebody, you wouldn't even do a bunch of like real gangsters and shit, and real killers and people who are really about that life. They don't advertise a whole bunch of shit on the internet because they don't. Who would? Well, you don't want to get incriminated. You don't want to get arrested. You don't want something to happen to some. That's like me saying, "Oh man, 50 Cent, I'm gonna wait till I catch him," and then he gets shot up 9 times. Who are they gonna come looking for? You know what I mean? It's like when Bosco and Rosemo had that fight, and then a couple weeks later, Rosemo 100 or whatever, he ends up shot. Then they went to arrest Bosco because they thought he had something to do with it. And I don't think they had enough evidence to say what happened. But you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all sound stupid. No one gives a fuck about a criminal record as long as it ain't child molestations or rape. True. But I don't have none of that on my record. You know what I'm saying? So, again, see, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to drop gems when we talk about stuff other than boxing. This is what haters do. If they, like, the thing is, he probably tried to research some shit on me and find dirt. And then the moment it came up with 0 search results. The moment it came up empty, what do? They're forced to make up some shit. Simple. Oh, Ego, you're gay. We know about your criminal record. Okay. Why don't you? Okay, here. You know about my criminal record. Print the official, verifiable court documents that you, whatever you have, and post it. You know what I mean? There's nothing to talk about. Just post it. Put me on. You know how Oscar De La Hoya had them pictures with the fishnet and they got leaked? So leak my criminal court records or whatever the fuck you're talking about. It's that simple. Yo, we're still not at 275 looks or likes, so I guess y'all don't want to hear the people who are just joining about what Adrien Broner said about Keith Thurman. If you do, we gotta smash the like button, cause like I said, this shit ain't free. If I'm staying up, hurting my voice, doing these long ass streams, and my throat's already hoarse, I'm tired from working, I'm in LA, I've been traveling. Y'all gotta help me if you want me to help y'all in terms of making this this stream fun and going over stuff we already went over. Yeah, man. Like I said, when people can't find dirt on you or whatever, they just make shit up. So the haters can make, oh, show us your lazy eye. Okay, so I've never had a lazy eye. You make $100 on YouTube. If you believe that, use a motherfucking dummy. We know about your you know what I'm saying? He just threw out hella shit. We know about your criminal record. Okay, print it up, put it on Facebook. like I said, De La Hoya with them fishnet pictures. Show me in some fishnet. I would love to see these pictures because it's gonna be a Photoshop. Cause I ain't done nothing like that. Print up my criminal record. We're almost at 275. 4 more people. If 4 more people hit the like button, then I'll revisit what Broner said to Keith Thurman. Again, I don't know what Keith Thurman said to piss Broner off. I'm just going off of what Broner's saying. All right. Broner on the verified page said, "Hey, Keith Thurman, I hear you talking shit, bitch ass. This ain't gonna be no fake beef like you and Sean Porter got. He said, going on, Lil. You don't want this smoke, motherfucker. We'll get on your ass, bitch ass. And you can get next after I fuck Jesse Vargas up, pussy." So this is on Adrien Broner's post. I don't know why. I don't know what. You guys see it? Look, he's basically saying no more Mr. Nice Guy. But once again, Wilder-Ortiz did good numbers. 1.1 average, 1.2 million. And you know what the funny thing is, new media, and like some of the predictions that I made about forecasts, I'm like, oh, Showtime is killing. HBO got to do something. Who's right and who's wrong? Like, what's looking like it's accurate? Like, really, I've made videos. You guys look at my streams from last week, where I was talking about this HBO Showtime thing. And I said it's not going to happen overnight where Showtime is just going to body every HBO number. But look what happens. The very next week, they have 2 dueling telecasts, and Sergey Kovalev telecast, which was the fight that wasn't the better fight, main event at least. It did half of what Wilder did. Half of what Wilder did versus Luis Ortiz. I'm telling y'all don't see the changing of the guards. Y'all don't see Showtime putting in this additional work. Showtime is trying to drive the nail in HBO's coffin. That is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. And then on top of that, HBO's commentary is not that good unless it's a fighter like Andre Ward or Roy Jones. So, I mean, you guys are seeing it. HBO literally has 2 fight cards on the books. One's a pay-per-view with Canelo and Triple G, and Canelo is in the hot seat over this clenbuterol. People are putting cows that are huge and buff They're putting that on the on the internet and all this shit. Like, it's crazy. Oh man, I told you earlier. I'm gonna get off because my throat really hurts from doing all these live streams. I don't know what the fuck. I need to drink some hot tea. Hey, let's get to 300 likes. I'll show you right now. If y'all want me to show you right now, let's get to 300 likes. If y'all want this ego eye candy, I told y'all gotta work for me and I work for y'all. 300 likes, I'll hit play right now. Oh, y'all want a preview to see if it's worth it? Okay, that's all y'all get. 300 likes and I show you right now. This is an interactive live stream channel. Y'all want to see? Oh, all right, I'm gonna click off. Fine, fuck it. Y'all don't want to give 300 likes, we don't get to see it. Smash the like button if you want to see it. I know y'all nasty, you want to see it. You bogus E, but you on my channel. So as long as you watching, I'll be bogus. Motherfucker said, oh, you're bogus. Okay. As long as you watch me, then I'm good with that. All right, 5 likes. Shit, show me I'm freshly divorced. Hey, I'm done. Hey, we 4 likes away from y'all. All right, I'm gonna hit play. 2 more likes. Oh shit, it jumped up hella quick. Y'all nasty as fuck. It jumped up hella quick. All right, somebody put a like and took it back, so I'm just not playing it. Y'all want to play games? I'm playing games. Y'all want to play? Then I could play. Y'all nasty. This is that World Star. This is that BET Uncut. Let me stop where they're like, oh, this video is rated M for mature. Hey, Tecate ain't got no chill. They sponsored mean they pay for it. They sponsored this Instagram post and it's Canelo cooking meat, knowing he just failed yesterday with that clenbuterol shit. That's shady. They know he just failed with that clenbuterol shit. And they're going to post this and sponsor it, meaning they paid for an ad. Hell nah. Hey, I see 4 people took likes back. Hey, we got to get them 4 likes back or I'm canceling this stream. I don't even, man, I'm tired as fuck. So if y'all want to play games, then I'll play games too. We got 20 seconds to get these 7 likes or 4 likes back to 307 or I'm going to end this stream. I don't have the patience. I'm just doing this just off the strength of boxing fans. Okay then, because people want to play. But anyway, Tecate, they sponsored an ad the day after and it's Canelo cooking some fucking meat, knowing he had that clenbuterol shit. And then, listen to what they put. It said, amigos know when to take a timeout for the refreshing taste of Tecate and a good carne asada. They tried him. Come on, man. They tried him. They said amigos know when to take a timeout for some carne asada, knowing he just had he ate the meat. He ate the meat. Al Shalaka, he said he donated $2. He just tipped the strippers. He donated $2 and said put the ass back up. Y'all want look, we do numbers, man. We talk about whatever. But he just tipped the strippers, so I gotta put it back up because he just left them a tip. He just tipped the strippers, so I gotta show y'all again. See, we talk about whatever we want. It's up to, oh, this ego, man. He wasn't even talking about boxing. All right, I told you I would talk about this, and then I'm getting off here because my throat is really sore. Pause. This way Antonio Tarver put it on my video, on my post about Canelo. He said, different strokes for different folks. Why does it seem as all Mexican stars have a built-in excuse for their failed drug test, but what they won't tell you is one of the most prevalent steroids that's wild, spread in professional horse racing, and the same drug used by Ortiz, Canelo, as well as Eric Morales, and what happened to them and everyone else that failed a drug test in the last 4 years? Nothing. So, I want to know what you guys think. Does Antonio Tarver, who has failed drug tests before, does he bring up a valid point? Does he bring up a valid point, right? What he just said was, if you think about it, he says, if there's a Mexican fighter who can say, okay, John Mendoza, Mr. Mendoza, how is that not valid? Let's do a hot seat right now. This is my last one. I got to go. Because I understand what he's saying. Let's do a hot seat. Do you accept the hot seat, Mendoza, since you're talking about no? Okay, he says, okay, we got a hot seat. So how is that not valid, what he said? How is that fair, is what he's saying. He said, sure. Okay, so go. Break it down. Do tell. See, the fans is waiting on you. Smash the like button while we wait for him to to think of his point. This always happens. He just agreed to the hot seat. You had no time, Mendoza. You had no problem. You had no problem stepping up. But then now that you stepped up, it's all quiet. Come on, Mendoza. Shooter, put him on a timer. 15 seconds. Eric Morales fell 1-2. He fought Danny the second time, and he blamed on the meat. Okay, you did a horrible job. His response is because I believe that clenbuterol is in a lot of the meat in Mexico. That didn't answer anything. Antonio Tarver's point was that I don't know. So y'all trying to bring up. He says, sure it does. No, it doesn't. You said you believe clenbuterol is in a lot of the meat in Mexico. Okay, I get that. There could be clenbuterol in the meat in Mexico and China. Those two areas, right? But let's break you down old-fashioned like. What Antonio okay, you're not listening to the point. Are you going to keep talking? Oh, okay, it's facts. Listen, what Antonio see, this is what you guys do. This is what you guys who want to jump in the hot seat do. What you will do is you get mad, Mendoza, and say, oh, no, I disagree. And then you don't even know what you're disagreeing to. Nobody's disagreeing that there is no possibility of clenbuterol being in the meat in Mexico or in China. Nobody is disputing that exists in Mexico, right? But again, since you guys hear a fighter you like and you're a man fan, or maybe you share some common birthday or ethnicity or whatever makes you cling to these fighters, right? You share something, some kind of affinity to them, you get mad and say, oh, no, I disagree. You didn't answer and dispel what Antonio Tarver is saying. What he is saying, I'm going to break it down. I'm chill, it's just my opinion. But okay, I get it's your opinion. But nobody is disputing if some of the meat may be contaminated in Mexico, right? But that's what you sound like you're disagreeing with your reaction, with your answer. But that's not what Tarver is saying. He's saying it's unfair because he said, like, basically a Mexican fighters in the last couple of years have been able to slide by using that same excuse of, hey, I ate the meat, tainted meat in Mexico, versus other people. Like, if you're in America and you test positive for clenbuterol, what are you going to say? You're going to say, hey, it's in Chipotle's meat? No, you can't, because that's FDA approved, right? Because the United States of America has the Food and Drug Administration, versus some of these other places. It's not the same. So what do you disagree with? What Tarver is saying, I don't really understand how you can disprove it. So what he's saying is, like, a fighter can, if you have Mexican roots and you have roots or ties, like you visit Mexico, you can fail a drug test for this clenbuterol shit and be like, oh, hey, guess what? I ate the meat. And there's no way for anyone to prove that or disprove it. What are they gonna say? Canelo, throw up right now. Throw up in this bucket so we can see the carne asada with clenbuterol fragments. See, look, another man fan bites the dust. Another man fan. Listen, this is proof. This is proof, people. John Mendoza says, it just doesn't make any sense for Canelo to take it. Watching his career bloom to what it was now doesn't make sense for him to have trace amounts. See, you're just admit you're just a man fan. Because people like me, I'm telling you, I don't know if he's clean. I don't know if he's dirty. It's all speculation right now. But people like you are saying it doesn't make sense. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Canelo and Triple G. I'm a boxing fan. No, you're a man fan. And you still didn't disprove what Antonio Tarver is saying. So basically, if you're a Mexican fighter and you have clenbuterol in your system and you visit Mexico and you test positive for clenbuterol, then you can just say, hey, guess what? I know I failed, like you failed, Antonio Tarver, or like whoever failed, whatever drug test, J. Leon Love or whoever, right? Lamont Peterson, Andre Berta. Hey, I failed, but I have an excuse for mine because I ate tainted meat. So he's saying, what he's saying is that's still unfair because you have a failed test just like Povetkin has a failed test. But Povetkin can't say, oh, I ate the meat because his region is not known for tainted meat or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So you don't even know what you're arguing. You don't know what you're arguing. You're arguing that, oh, it doesn't make sense that Canelo would do that. But you don't know. You don't know. Listen, I'm telling you straight up, as a true professional, I don't know yay or nay that Canelo is guilty or innocent. And neither do you. Everybody in this comment section is going to speculate as to what happened. Yes, there's a chance it was tainted meat and he didn't do anything willfully. But there's also a darker side that maybe he was covering up something. And now, since everyone knows of this clenbuterol shit and the tainted meat excuse, that everyone's going to use it. Shout out to Adam H. Anderson from Australia, $2 super chat, money gang. Body bag delivered by Ego. Thanks, Ego Army. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't make it out. So basically, what Tarver is saying, which is kind of hard to disprove, is since this excuse exists, anybody who knows the excuse can use that, and there's no way to prove them right or wrong. So you haven't proved your way out of the hot seat, in my opinion, because you haven't told me how what he said was wrong. So, like, once again, Alexander Povetkin had meldonium in his system. So, there's no known excuse for meldonium. But if there was, then he could be like, oh, I ate a Russian Subway sandwich and it had meldonium in it. It's a known thing. So since everybody knows that in certain regions, this is a known thing, if they pop dirty for this known thing, then they can easily use this as an excuse. For example, let's say when I was working at Lowe's, everybody knows where I live. And let's say there was a big traffic accident on I-80 freeway, right? There's a big traffic accident. And let's say I didn't even drive that same route to get to work, but I was still late. But since everybody is using this traffic accident, oh, I was late, and there was like 15 people late. And even though I didn't really go that route, I didn't even go that way to get to work, I'm going to use it too. Because I know everybody, oh yeah, hey, there's a 42 car pileup on the freeway. Because I know this is an excuse that they're excusing. What's there not to understand? Now that I know that everybody is using this big major accident, which is a real life thing, even though I didn't go that way to get to work, I'm going to use that same argument and that same excuse to justify why I'm late, when in fact the reason I was late is because me and my chick had a quickie, or I woke up late, or you couldn't find my wallet. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. And you didn't disprove it. If this man got an L, put your L's up. And I'm done. Ego, put in subtitles for these slow dudes. See, this is what I'm saying. Why would Canelo take it? Like, you don't know what he did. You don't know if he did it or didn't. How can you tell me conclusively that he's guilt-free or he's guilty? You can't. You're just a man fan, and you're taking your side like a good man fan. That's what you're doing. Shooter, get him out of here. The fans have spoken. John Mendoza, bye-bye. It's been fun. John Mendoza says you can't either, but I never said. I just admitted that. He said later. You're a square. He's getting blocked. Later, okay. Later for you. Why do people state the obvious? I just told you, I don't know if Canelo's guilty or innocent. I've said that in all my videos. He's stating the obvious. You don't know either. I just told you I don't know if he's done it or not. But what Antonio Tarver is saying is a valid point. So as a Russian fighter, you test positive for meldonium. There's no known meldonium excuse. So he just fails a drug test, gets fined, and gets suspended, right? Antonio Tarver, he failed a drug test, being a black American, he just gets fined and suspended. Everybody else doesn't, they just get fined and suspended and drop from rankings. But using this clenbuterol situation that everybody knows about, there's a built-in excuse. Because you could be like, oh, it's the tainted meat. So, I mean, what he's saying is valid. And see, this is the part that's fucked up. Now, it's going to become, I just feel like what's good for one is good for the bunch. So, if I fail a drug test and I get suspended and fined and my fight gets canceled, then I'm going to be pissed if someone else fails a drug test and they get to keep fighting. They get to keep getting their payday. And you know what I'm saying? So, this is the mess that happens. And there should still be there has to be some type of way that these athletes, like Eric Morales failed for the same thing, right? He fell for the same thing in the Danny Garcia fight. Canelo being a massive A-side, I'm not saying he's intentionally dirty. I'm not saying he's not doing something dirty. I don't know. But what I am saying is this, is you got to be smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smarter. You're a multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? You're going to Mexico And by eating the meat, because you have to eat it, you're running that risk. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's like it's an unpleasant situation, because now it's just a bunch of speculation and finger pointing. And like, to my knowledge, is this only in, I've only heard about it in beef, like cow. Is it in chicken? You know what I'm saying? Does anyone know that? Is this tainted meat from Mexico? Is it all meat, or is it in chicken? What meat is it on? I don't know. Because I heard it was in cow. So that's my thing. If it's in cow, then if it's in beef, you couldn't get it. You couldn't be in Mexico and get chicken tacos. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get a bean burrito. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand it. You had to get the fucking carne asada. You know what I'm saying? You had to get beef. Then you run the risk of that. Y'all laughing. Someone said get the bean burrito. I'm just being real. Like, okay, you have a mega fight coming up. You know you're in Mexico. You know Eric Morales and Francisco Vargas and other people in the past have recently failed for this clenbuterol shit, which is going to instantly make you look guilty to some. It's going to instantly lessen the fight. It's going to instantly do all these things. And you have to get the beef. Like, oh, I'm going to chance mine. I got to get the beef in that. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird to me. Black Rob, New Zealand, $2 super chat. One of the best boxing channels on here. Thank you. I'm just saying, you couldn't eat a salad. You couldn't get salmon. You just had to get the fucking carne asada or beef, ground beef. You know what I'm saying? Like taco or whatever the fuck you ate. To me, that's kind of weird. That's weird before a fight. Like, these fighters, even if they're innocent, they're still putting themselves in a precarious situation because now people doubt you. So what's it worth to you? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm not saying Canelo did it or didn't. I don't know. I'm gonna keep saying that. But what's it worth to you? Is it really worth eating the ground beef or whatever, shredded beef, carne asada? Is really worth eating that in Mexico while you're in Mexico for X amount of time? Because I'm pretty sure he lives in San Diego now. So you're like, man, fuck that. I gotta eat this taco. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's the decision you choose to make. Like, yeah, Golovkin 2 money or carne asada taco. Man, I'm taking this carne. Man, fuck this Golovkin money. I'm a chance it. You know how people say, like, there's a fine ass girl or something, like, hey, I'm ready to risk it all. So that's what we're doing. We're really risking it all for Taco Tuesdays. Like, is that really, like, the smart thing to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I'm in LA right now, right? I'm in LA right now. And let's say they had a good ass Mexican food spot. And I'm applying for a job. And they said, man, these tacos are slamming, but you're about to get this job paying you $100,000 a year, right? But this taco place has been known to sometimes have something in clenbuterol in the tacos. If you go into this restaurant and you get beef products, there's a chance that you're gonna fail your drug test and you won't, by default, be able to get this job. Do you think I'm gonna risk everything? And I'm greedy as fuck. I love tacos. I love burritos. I love Mexican food. But do you think I'm really gonna risk my money off of that? Over a fucking taco? Like, really? Like, you couldn't visit Mexico after your fight? You couldn't get the other non-beef options? You know what I'm saying? That's what this is kind of like. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get it. The grilled salmon's probably good. Mexico's I've been to Mexico. I've ate in Mexico. There's probably a lot of foods that are good there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, if you know it's a actual thing and a problem, and it's gonna make you look like you cheating and you're scared or you can't beat Golovkin on the even playing field, are you gonna really chance it? What part of Mexico did you went? That English is terrible. I've been to several parts of Mexico. I've been to Tijuana. I've been to everywhere. I've been to Puerto Vallarta, like the tourist spots. Sonora, Nogales. I've been to different parts. But anyway, back to this topic. Is it really worth the risk? You know what I mean? I don't think the fight will get canceled. But like I said, what Antonio Tarver's bringing up, it's a valid point. So basically, guys from Russia, guys from France, guys from America, they don't have this built-in excuse like this. They can't just say, "Oh, hey, it's tainted meat." You know what I mean? So if Sor Rungvisai tests positive for stanozolin, you know what I mean? He tests positive for ostarine, and they're like, "Hey, Sor, you got Sor Rungvisai, you got ostarine in your system." I ate the rat. I ate the rat. It was in the rat. The rat carried rabies and ostarine in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck you had to eat the rat so much? You know what I'm saying? If you know rats carry ostarine or something that's banned, you had to eat the rat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just weird to me. I ate the rat. I shouldn't have ate it. The meat did it. Like, now it's just a bunch of speculation and finger pointing. Because the rat did it. Oh, wow. That's a great point. So Abel Sanchez had nothing to say about Canelo testing positive. Yeah, but he had a lot to say about how black fighters should act outside of the ring, and a lot to say about how their styles. Man, come on. This shit is fun. I'm out of here, man. I ate the meat, man. Pause. I'm just saying, but like this is what boxing is gonna get. Like the whole clean boxing program and stuff. If you could test positive and your fight doesn't get canceled, yeah, it's a good trip. I'm just tired. My bed is calling me too. This hotel bed is nice. But anyway, the point is this. If you open Pandora's box like this, then how can we decipher what failed tests to accept and which ones not to accept? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can make an excuse for everything. Oh, I ate the rat, so that's why I had this in my system. You know what I mean? Which ones are we going to accept? Well, I don't know. This whole situation is fucked up. I wish it didn't happen, because now it's taken a good fight and it's made people speculate. You know what I mean? Because bottom line is this. Okay, so listen. So let's say me. Well, sorry. Let's say me. I can be like, if I'm training for a massive fight, right? I'm training for a big fight, and I'm doing something illegal, like putting something, because all these scientists, motherfuckers, they know what's illegal, and they know how to cut it in and cycle it in, and when's the best time to test it, or when's the best time to take it, nighttime, daytime. They know all that type of shit. This is what they do, like just like a drug dealer. Drug dealers know how to cook coke, step on it, all that type of shit, right? So if I am doing something dirty, then I could just take a trip to Mexico and produce receipts of me being in Mexico and just say, hey, I ate the meat. So even though you caught this substance in me, I'm excused. You know what I mean? That's why it makes it a tricky situation. Hey, I ate the meat. You know it's contaminated. So that's basically what it's going to boil down to. How you gonna stop? How you gonna stop anyway? You know what I mean? So Broner, let's say he tests positive for whatever, clenbuterol. If Broner tests positive for clenbuterol and he produces receipts of him being in Mexico, then that's all he has to say. You know what I mean? So what's the point of the drug test? Because at the end of the day, you could just say, hey, I ate the meat. That's what Antonio Tarver's basically saying. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a loophole that makes it hard to know what to do. So I mean, and listen, like, majority of these fighters that I recently remember were working with Golden Boy, and I'm not saying it's all Golden Boy fighter, but Francisco Vargas, he's with Golden Boy. Eric Morales too was with Golden Boy when he fought Danny Garcia, clenbuterol, and Canelo. You know what I mean? What about okay, for example, Julio Neri, is he with Golden Boy? I don't know if Neri's with Golden Boy. I'm not sure. But I just named 3 people that were with Golden Boy, and they all failed it, and their fights looked like they were able to continue. Right? But just check this out. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., when he trained for Canelo, he didn't fail any drug tests. He didn't fail any of his drug tests, and he was living in Mexico, training in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So how's he get food? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is why it's a sticky situation. What about Juan Manuel Marquez when he's training in Mexico? I don't think he trained for a lot of his big fights. I think he was at the Romanza gym. So how is he able to not have clean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of nutrition or what kind of foods are in his diet if he's able to do it, and Chavez is able to do it, and everyone else from Mexico who's been drug tested. So it still looks suspicious regardless, because not everyone who lives in Mexico is testing positive for this shit. Am I right? Am I wrong? So maybe these motherfuckers gotta go vegan while they're in Mexico. I don't know. Or get chicken, or you know what I mean, pollo asada, or something that's not linked to this clenbuterol. Because other than that, then what Antonio Tarver is saying is accurate. Everyone can just use it. Oh, hey, I ate the meat. Let me fight still. So, I don't know. It's crazy. I just don't see, like, Canelo got money, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got money. I'm not saying he's guilty. I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But he got money, so it just seems like if you had a big fight on the line, then maybe not do that. Like, or like, let's say Conor McGregor. Let's say Ireland was known for having, you know what I mean, meats that contain HGH or something, which is banned. He chooses to train in Ireland because even though he lives in Las Vegas or wherever, and he chooses to train in Ireland, that's his option. If that's what he wants to do, I gotta go back home for this training camp. But it's at your own risk if you know that, hey, in Ireland, these hamburgers contain or have been known to contain HGH. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's kind of the fighter's fault too. Just like Luis Ortiz. You knew you were on blood pressure medicine. Why not declare it? So it just makes you look I'm in the presidential suite, man. I'm in the presidential, getting Lewinsky, baby. Ladies, my room got spinning bed in it. My watch looked like it got lemon heads in it. It's exquisite. Bright like ambulance lights. You couldn't get this if you spent your vets twice. Dude glance at the ice and be hot cause the ish blinging. But try plotting, now pop at your shit ringing. Someone knew. They said Cassidy. The problem. Yeah, that was Cassidy. He was killing. He said, I'm in the presidential, getting Lewinsky, baby, ladies. My room got spinning bed in it. My watch looked like it got lemon heads in it. It's exquisite. Bright light ambulance lights. You couldn't get this if you spent your advance twice. Dudes glance at the ice to be hot because the ish blinging. But try plotting, now pot, hey, shit ringing. Or get pistol whipped while your fist swinging. I don't fight, you get hit with the knife while your fist swinging. That ain't Nelly. Hell no. Nelly didn't have no punchlines like that. Cassidy was killing. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this whole clenbuterol. It sucks. It's unfortunate. We may never know the truth. I'm going to bed. I might do another live stream tomorrow morning. Peace out, y'all.